general. I'm the motherfucking general.
Iron sharpens iron. You know, I don't even want to lie to you cats. Beginning the whole podcast, I didn't hear this whole thing. I don't know if it's a middle class, upper class thing or something. Maybe it's a new word for hustle. I never knew what the hell it meant. So I remember someone maybe a couple of years ago put that on the RNG as one of their responses, a woman. And I just kind of looked at it like, I don't know what the hell. I had to Google it. So I don't to think, you know what I mean, that I even knew what the hell that was. But of course, I'm going to look at it a different way, because at first, when I first saw it, I said, okay, you know, like-minded things can, you know, sharpen each other. And I'm sitting there thinking, you know, that's not really a way to grow. Two like-minded dudes can only get as far as their like-minded ass thinks. So if one of us aren't pushing, if one of us aren't accomplishing things, one of us ain't fighting, what is the other one going to learn from? So for me, I look at it completely different. So whenever I hear iron sharpens iron, always kind of, not to say size a motherfucker up, but I do kind of look back and say, is that you telling me that I seem to be worthy of talking to you? Or is that I've risen to the level of being smart in your eyes? Or either way, I know I'm about to bastardize it, but who cares? It's RNG. I usually take shit my own way. But what I see from it is always the same thing, and that is, this is one of the main reasons why black people as a whole, we don't seem to move forward, because we like to size each other up. We don't like to size the world up. You know what I mean? You don't hear brothers talking about when they beat the Koreans, the Jews, the Japanese, or whoever. He was on every block. We taking down all the money. Instead, we hear, you know, Jay-Z, we doing better than Jay-Z. We got more money. I ain't gonna let this dude do this. And we always shitting on each other. And we always comparing ourselves to each other. And if the dudes that you're comparing yourself to, you know, you don't have personal contact with, then the dudes that you're around, how are they sharpening you to make you a better man? Unless you get your ass up and take on this world, how in the hell is your iron going to sharpen me? And I'm not even trying to be cocky or arrogant. I'm just saying, if you ain't really out here trying to do it, how the fuck are you going to sharpen me or make me better? You know what I mean? You just talking a lot of shit, sitting on the sideline, spectating this game, and saying, you know, iron sharpens iron. See, I come from the bottom. You know, you guys know that. And I just mean that in the main reason I mean that, not to bring it up so much, it's just that I didn't come up with all these sayings. I didn't have all this motivational speaking shit going up. I didn't have the 7 successful, highly habits of 7 successful people, or whatever the fuck them books were. I didn't have none of that as my logic. I had basic, it's money over there, let's go get it logic. You know what I mean? It's somebody making money like this, and I don't care how it came and how it will come in the future. But I just didn't grow up with that. So I'm always saying, I don't know, like I said, is this some middle class, upper class, semi-educated, high educated way of going about life? Even when I was in law school, partner, I never really politic with them motherfuckers, because I was really sitting down saying, I gotta make money. I didn't come in this motherfucker to be Bill Clinton. You know, I came in this motherfucker because I thought, man, worst come to worst, homie, I'll be at the courtroom fighting your traffic tickets, making a deal with you. You give me 50, homie, I'm gonna make sure your shit is almost wiped out. If not, I'm gonna make sure he ain't hitting you with 300, so it might be worth giving me 50. If I did 10 of those a day, I got 500. If I did it 5 days a week, I got 2,500 in cash, unreportable to the IRS. Who the fuck gonna stop me? You know what I mean? So I was looking at the game a whole different way. So how is a motherfucker who don't got the knack, the will, the hustle, the you know what I mean, discipline, you know what I mean, to fuck with the game like that? How are they gonna make me better? I just didn't get it. How are you gonna read a book that I didn't read? I ain't one of them slacking motherfuckers to this game. I ain't sitting here waiting for my turn, or waiting for me to have a stockbroker friend and know about stocks. I ain't waiting on a property friend to teach me about property. I ain't waiting on a finance dude to teach me about finance. I ain't waiting on my accounting friend to teach me about accounting. Every time I need to learn something, I sit my ass down and I read that book. And I up my game and my angle and my understanding. You know what I mean? I ain't really waiting for another motherfucker who's supposedly sharper than me to come along to enlighten me. I gotta be the fucking knife. I gotta be the sharp cat coming into this game. I'm not sitting here waiting. So I always wonder, who are they talking to? You know, I get that every, you know, like I told you, I'm moving into different circles now, and sometimes you run into the so-called black elite, and you're in these little hubbub meetings, and you're chilling, and you're talking, and motherfuckers come around the corner like, you know, I know some people graduated from Harvard, and I'm listening, you know what I mean? Because I ain't disrespectful to the hustle and to the knowledge, but I'm always sitting there waiting, saying, well, who did you beat? I mean, who did you beat to get here? You don't have to come from the bottom to beat the circumstances. Who did you beat? Who did you out-hustle? Who did you outsmart? What part of the game did you manipulate? You know what I mean? Or did you just sit here and say, now that I got here, I got a job over at IBM, I got a job at Chase, I got a job at something, and now I'm just here. And now I walk down the street like I did something because a white man chose me. What did you do to choose yourself, brother? What did you come up with? How can these motherfuckers say they gonna sharpen your boy? How they gonna sharpen me? You dig what I'm saying? And I'm always blown away by it. I'm just, you know, I didn't grow up with a lot of those Negro spirituals and those sayings you had. Remember, I grew up a different way, homie. We didn't come outside hoping that the white people didn't beat us. We thought we gonna beat their ass. We didn't have that fear. I didn't walk down the street thinking I was doing something wrong to them. You know what I mean? I knew I didn't do nothing wrong. That's why I was mad right back. Fuck you and your family. You gotta understand something, man. When a lot of these, what I consider to be Negro spiritual sayings come down a pipe, and I'm looking like, I know it's from the Bible. I know it's from the Bible. So all y'all biblical scholars, Bible toters, Bible believers, Bible readers, I know it's in the Bible. And I know black folk read the Bible and don't know a damn thing about the Bible, but they sure can recite it whenever a motherfucker feel like it. You know what I mean? Drop a dime, drop a proverb on my ass. In Proverbs 7.7, chapter 7, verse 7 of 7, saying that it's godly now because we use 3 sevens, but you know what I'm saying? It's just weird. So that's what I'm saying again, homie. When somebody say iron sharpens iron, what pops in your head? I don't know if I take it as a compliment. I'm hoping that this motherfucker out-hustle me. I'm hoping to hear the next part of the game. You know what, man? You know, you doing real good, Freeman, homie. Look, iron sharpens iron on this shit, because I was doing that shit back in 88, homie. Now I'm parlaying this shit. Now I'm really believing, hey, this motherfucker out here out-hustling me. He's spreading game to me. He telling me what to do next. He giving me breadcrumbs. He got the knack. He's showing me what to do. Everybody else, I'm like, what did you do? Go to school? I swear to God, this school thing got a lot of brothers and a lot of sisters in this game believing just because they went to school that they somehow now are the king of the hustle. They qualify to talk about it. They qualify to be about it. What the fuck did you do? What empire did you build? What corporation is in your name? What is the color of your flag, brother? What is it? How are you gonna tell me that you iron sharpener? What kind of iron you got? Iron on an ironing board? You know what I'm saying? Maybe I'm mistaken iron, partner, because I don't know what kind of iron you talking about with that shit. But every day it's all some kind of, like I said, it goes in the same line with me as Negro spirituals. Meaning, hey man, we just saying some shit that comes from way in the back, from when our forefathers, our ancestors, didn't have more than a 2nd grade education, just like y'all believe in that religion and going to church every day and believe in them pastors and preachers and pimps and whoever else start with a motherfucking P, and y'all just believe in this shit. You know what I'm saying? And if I chunk that in with the rest of the dumb fucking sayings of the world. Right on, brother. Same old shit. Jive turkey, whatever the hell. We go back a couple of years, we say that shit. No meaning at all. Just saying it because it seems like the appropriate thing that a dumb motherfucker said 100 years in a row, and you number 100 saying the same dumb motherfucker shit. Now I know this offend a lot of people because I know your parents, your grandparents, your so-and-so, your books you've been reading, all this shit, always tell you this shit, like, you know what I'm saying, like, the way you gonna make it, young homie, is to surround yourself with like-minded or smart people. You know what I'm saying? Surround your dumb ass with smarter people, because your dumb ass can't do this shit for yourself. You know what I mean? So you come along and say some old, you know, if you love your job, you'll never work a day in your life. That's another one of them dumb, you working right now, motherfucker. I don't care how happy you are making cupcakes. Motherfucker, you working. You never work a day in your life. What are you talking about? You over here doing the same thing over and over again like an assembly line. You never work a day in your life. See, what I want you to get you to understand, homie, is there's a separation of those who do and those who don't. Those who don't have a lot of words, a lot of phrases, a lot of rituals, a lot of traditions, a lot of groups they join, a lot of hats they wear, a lot of associations they're part of, a lot of fucking medals and certificates. You would think they won the fucking Olympics and you know what I'm saying? And all these other shit that they're collecting on a wall all to say they smart and they haven't done a goddamn thing. And then you come around, young homie, and you see it and you think, this motherfucker, whatever this dude say, man, I know he's smarter than me. Ooh, Freeman, look at all the paper on his wall. I'm gonna go ahead and put a whole bunch of papers on my wall. I'm gonna print out some fucking certificates and some shit and put it all on my wall. You know what I mean? In the next book I push out, I'm gonna put like 20 certificates in the back so motherfuckers will know this motherfucker really smart. Certificate of this, certificate of education, certificate of appreciation, certificate of perfect attendance. What the fuck is that got to do with making money and doing for self in this life? Why do you need 10 things if the first thing you need to do in this motherfucking life is get yourself out of a situation and make motherfucking money? Why would you go after 10? So that's what I'm trying to figure out, homie. I mean, this is a podcast, but it's also a question that y'all can answer on the responses, but I don't know what the fuck they talking about. Iron sharpens iron, friend. Big Mac better than a cheeseburger, homie. The Whopper is flame broiled. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what the fuck. Okay, homie. Thanks for giving me the ingredients, partner. You know what I'm saying? The pickles are special. There's Thousand Island dressing on this motherfucker, Freeman. You know what I'm saying? So I'm really trying to figure out, young homie, what does that mean? And now I know it has a real meaning in the Bible. You know what I mean? Two like-minded people, or they would sharpen each other and they will build something. But if the motherfucker you think is like-minded or smart, what did he build? Why nobody ever pull these motherfuckers' cards? I'm gonna tell you something very blunt. This is the God honest truth. The reason why I don't go at this game a little bit more, what I call raw and disrespectful, is because my mother told me not to. I'm an obedient child to my mother, and I mean in the sense of if she says something might cause me more problems, I pay attention. It does not mean that the testosterone in me and the man that I am does not want to, really go at motherfuckers and really say, what have you accomplished for you to walk so tall besides go to fucking school and wait your turn to get elevated in somebody else's business? What papers have you filed with your fucking name on it? Does the bank know you? You know what I mean? Do they know you? When you walk in, do they say Mr. Banks? You know what I'm saying? Here comes Mr. Banks. Always putting money in the bank. Are you Mr. Banks? See, and I always think this is why this money game for so many of us is so hard for motherfuckers to figure out. Because we got motherfuckers with certificates and sayings and positive attract positive, and you know that means negative attracts. You got it, dummy. Negative. So if you surround yourself with positive people, you're gonna be a positive. Oh, shit don't work. You know what I'm saying? All these sayings from the dumb motherfuckers that don't got no goddamn money, don't got no say, don't got no hustle, don't got no knack, don't got a damn thing. And I'm supposed to look up to them and think iron sharpens iron? Like I said, I'm not trying to be cocky, homie. I'm just trying to say to myself, what exactly makes me think that you're on the same level of hustle that I'm in? Or what I've done? What is it? You know what I'm saying? Because you have a card? I can make up a card tomorrow. I can make up 10 at Vistaprint and say, I am chief engineer of so-and-so and give you one to that motherfucker, chief engineer of fucking McDonald's distribution. Yeah, I can make up another one. I could put on there that I am Daniel Freeman Esquire. I got that title. I could put that on something and say I'm in charge of Daniel Freeman, you know what I mean, at law. You know what I'm saying? I could put all kind of pieces of paper and shit in your hand, partner, and it still don't mean a damn thing. What have you done? What have you built? How can you be the same cat as me? How can you talk like we're the same cat? And again, for the umpteenth time, I'm not trying to be arrogant. I'm not trying to say the way I came up and what I've done is so much better than the other person. Because you can come up your way and you'll have your own angles and we can sit back and chop it up and you'll say, damn, homie, you want to grind like me. And yeah, shit, game recognized game, homie. I see you. You know what I'm saying? We're going to chop it up and marinate while we still hustling. That's what we doing. We temporarily taking a break to chop it up before we go back to the grind. That's the way I grew up. Every podcast is a temporary break before I get back up and go back to the way I was fucking making money. I chop it up with my peoples. That's it. But I don't come along and say, you know what? I'm better than you guys. You know what I'm saying? I've always been smart. I've always been... Nah, I'm trying to break down a thing to tell you that the same shit you see, young brother, is the same shit I saw. I went left when they went right. I stepped forward when they walked away. I had courage when they were cowards. You understand what I'm saying? That's it. It's a difference in us making a choice in life. It's not that some of us are, ooh, he went to this school. Fuck that school. You know how many motherfuckers, and it's not to put down Harvard for my peoples who go to Harvard or Princeton or all that and really got higher education. But you know what I'm saying? You know how many motherfuckers come out of there and are nothing? The same amount of motherfuckers that come out of your school that don't become nothing. You understand what I'm saying? Like, what is it? See, in this game, man, when the money is on the line, when money has to be really counted on and counted, period, you know what I'm saying? We got a separation of motherfuckers. The haves and the have-nots, the wills and the won'ts, the do's and the don'ts, homie. You dig what I'm saying? And then they come out, the don'ts come out because they don't want to be shitted on. They don't want to sit there and tell you that they work for a dude who got less education than them. They don't want to tell you that they can make this thing run better than the dude who actually built it from scratch. They're going to tell you all these goddamn stories. And they all got sitting around like a whole bunch of battered women who say, I got punched in the face. I got punched in the neck. I got pushed down some stairs. And then one motherfucker finally say, I got stabbed with a knife. You're like, God damn, you got stabbed with a knife? So that's all they doing, coming up with ways of saying the way that they went about their bullshit life and still going through that bullshit life somehow has some value. Somehow is the educated way to go. Somehow is the way, it's the American dream. Right? Iron sharpens iron. How did you go fight the Koreans? Did you show up in they shit, set up shop and take over they shit? They showed up in your neighborhood and took over shit. Did you go over there with the Arab brothers? Did you sign up and sit down in they shit and start pushing your shit? They showed up in your shit. You know what I'm saying? We got in black neighborhoods, we multicultural than the motherfucker. We got everybody in there taking our money except us. You know what I'm saying? They all came to try to defeat the black man. And what y'all, well, they never hire us and shit. Because if you were in another neighborhood, you wouldn't hire any Chinese folks either. I'm getting mad at them for being normal. But iron sharpens iron, friend. Because I don't even know what a piece of motherfucking iron look like, homie. Is that what a galvanized gate fence look like, or is that steel? I don't even know what the fuck I can't even visualize that dumbass fucking saying. I don't know where it come from. I mean, don't get me wrong. It comes from the Bible. I'm sure Pastor Jenkins, Thomas, Tyrone, Beacon Hill, Third Baptist, Double Crunch Rock Church said that shit back in 1888 to your Uncle Jessup, your grandfather's Uncle Jessup. And he walked his ignorant ass home and said, iron sharpens iron. And you said, what, Jessup? Iron sharpens iron. Little Toby. Right? And that shit has been carrying down in our race with no practical fucking use and no reason to be said for hundreds of years. I'm surprised it's not in your Negro spirituals. But again, young homie, not to be disrespectful. What does it mean to me? You think now that you have this knowledge, you've been rolling with me on RNG, do you know how different you are? Do you meet a lot of motherfuckers like you? I mean, maybe we're the iron now. I mean, I'm sharpening other motherfuckers, I guess. I don't get it. You understand what I mean? I don't understand the whole logic behind this shit. Why would a motherfucker say that? Because iron sharpens iron, friend. See, man, when I was growing up, right? Let me tell you, because I grew up in a different kind of way of handling education. A lot of people may call it street smart. I didn't think it was the street. I just thought it was life. Street smart is hustle to me. Can we make something out of nothing? I didn't know I was doing what the Bible said God does, right? I didn't know. I just doing it every day. We knew how to put little things together and make something big every day. So I didn't really come up with any real sayings. Now you kind of have, stay on the grind, homie. You know what I'm saying? Putting in work, homie. We thought putting in work, and I'm telling you this, y'all not from the West Coast, but putting in work mean going to kill somebody. But it's translated into something else now. So, that motherfucker putting in work. That means that motherfucker went and shot somebody and killed somebody. It's the way I grew up with that fucking phrase. But it's a thing to me of saying, I have my own phrases, I guess, you know what I'm saying? But I didn't have them I didn't go out to the world and say them to people. We said them amongst each other. Homie, I'm on the grind, homie. You know what I'm saying? I'm on a mission. You know what I'm saying? We doing what we got to do, partner. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to bust a move. I'm going to hit this curve, man. I'm going to do what I got to do. I got to catch up with y'all later, man. I'm in this shit. I mean, I guess that's our slang, which I guess isn't educated enough to turn into a Negro spiritual, a Negro sane. You know what I'm saying? Again, homie, I'm not trying to be, King Kong of this shit. I'm not trying to even put a lot of cats down. I'm just trying to figure out why this shit even came around. So marinate on that. Build on it with me. Put it on the podcast, homie. Put it down on the comments, because I got no fucking idea. But that's what it mean to me. Have these motherfuckers taken on the world, or are they just taking on their own fucking neighborhood? The 7 dudes who ain't going nowhere. Next time, partner.